Alright, that's as good a time as any to start recording. Got ourselves a co-op. Currently running my Maniac cosplay. If you play Pokemon, you know you know. Mostly just a spellcaster. I want to make a little update to that last video I made, because I've been not making videos lately. On the same subject, the Filian ARG. I find it really kind of weird that very, very few people seem to be talking about it. I don't know if it's just disinterest on the part of the, drama tubers and whatnot, or what it is, or if she's specifically asked people not to. But no one really seems to have much chatter on it, except for the guys in the, Filian Discord and whatnot. And since I don't use Discord, I can't really participate in that myself. Well, what we do know at this point, on top of the videos that have already been posted, is that the Morse code was fake Morse code. It wasn't letters, it was numbers, and the numbers were 62222. Somebody figured out that that corresponded to a old YouTube short Filian made back in June of 2020. On the 22nd, go figure, where the description had been changed, where instead of leading to her Discord, it led to a different Discord. The come join our community Discord thing. Instead of the Filian Discord, it was some other Discord. That led to a hardcore Minecraft server, of all things. Anyway, that was nice and successful. I don't really think that guy stood much of a chance. 3-on-1. But, it's a boss, so who cares? Fair fights are for losers. Anyway, the hardcore Minecraft server, which unfortunately I couldn't really participate in, because I don't play Minecraft. I wouldn't know what the hell I was doing anyway. Essentially, they managed to get far enough into the game where they got to the end zone, where they found a shrine/mansion thing built. Busting into the mansion, they found a sign with some hex code on it. Hex code led to some really weird sort of SCP/creepypasta AI site with a couple of videos involving test subjects, missing people, supernatural phenomenon in weird places. There were some coordinates included in there, and people have been trying to figure out where they actually lead. Apparently, my original guess was that it was someplace just north of the coast of Algeria, and I guess somebody checked up in that one website that allows you to paint on the map, and there was some other stuff there. I don't know if it ever turned out to actually be anything related, but apparently someone figured out that there was this weird string of geoguessery sounding clues, which people think might be either somewhere in the Bering Strait or somewhere in British Columbia, but that's unconfirmed. Nobody knows at this point. Other people think it might have to do with coordinates in Minecraft, which are a little hard to parse because Minecraft does not use minutes coordinates the same way that, the real world map does. It uses basically negative and minus off of the 0 point axis, from my understanding. I've watched a couple of little speed runs and whatnot, so I know some very small basics about how Minecraft works. Wait, really? Margit? This better be a New Game Plus. I like my hat. I'm glad you do. Unfortunately, it is a derpy looking hat, and my god, you look like you got hit by every inch of the ugly stick. Some people just like making abominations. Anyway, this is going to be a pretty perfunctory fight unless this guy doesn't know how to survive. I mean, he's not dying fast enough. We'll be alright. Yeah, even in New Game Plus, that wasn't going to be a hard fight. Give me something interesting. Give me Radon or something. Now, I have seen one person post a video about the ARG, which earlier when I looked for, just went into YouTube, typed in Filian ARG, it just came back with my video, and I'm freaking nobody. Some other guy, I think, that makes like VTuber clips / maybe drama type stuff, also posted a vid, which has gotten like, 15,000 views, which is, I mean, that would be absolutely crazy for me, but in the grand scheme of things, that's not a whole lot of publicity, right? Now, my personal opinion on this is that we're probably getting, when I say we, I should say like the Discord guys, are probably getting slowly drip fed just enough info to keep them on the case. And that in this interim time, Filian is preparing her re-debut, possibly moving houses. I think she mentioned something about wanting to moving into another place that has a higher ceiling so she can start doing like acrobatic stuff again. She's been saying that she hasn't been doing as many flips and whatnot because her ceiling's too low or something along those lines. Don't know how true that is exactly. I don't know what it is about streamers. They seem to move house an awful lot. Well, good luck to her. I just kind of assumed that whatever her re-debut time is already set in stone. And the entire ARG is probably just, probably time-gated. Oh, I forgot to mention, the hex code in that house led to, I did mention that, the site that had all the, like, no, that was another, like, YouTube channel. The website had a password enter prompt, and the password was apparently all caps, the_truth. And all it did was say like access granted, but then not do anything. Then it kind of turned, like the metadata turned into a sort of a countdown. Then it changed to something else. I'm going to put in the description of this video a link to the official Google Docky that has all the various schizophrenic ramblings that people have gone on through. My personal, come on, summon me somebody. My personal, like, schizophrenic theory is that one of the guys who was in the YouTube live stream chats during the first 4 streams, I think he's in on it, and I have a name in mind of who I think he is and why I think he is in on it. Possible connections he has, but I don't want to say too much and like accidentally slander a guy, because what I'm thinking, like I said, it's a schizo theory, so it's probably not true. I'm going to introduce you real quick to something I like to call the Ethan theorem of conspiracy. How should I put this? My theory on conspiracy prevalence. Basically, what it does is it goes a little something like this. The number of possible conspiracy theories far outstrips the number of probable conspiracy theories. What I mean is, you can come up with all sorts of crazy ideas that might be true, but most of them are going to be bullshit. Because there are so many possible things that could be true that very, very few of them can be. But that doesn't mean they aren't occasionally true. Powerful people like keeping secrets from you and doing stuff without you knowing. If more than one of them gets together and does this, that is by definition a conspiracy. And considering all the Epstein file stuff that's been dropping out, at this point I think probably 95% of the country is some flavor of conspiracy theorist, so at least I'm in good and bad company, I suppose. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up and stop rambling, because I'm not getting summoned more or less right now, and I'm just going to, start streaming on like Twitch. for all of my 2 viewers. Just so I can share the cosplaying love. Alright, catch you later, YouTube.